Hello students, today we have started with chapter 4, that is rocks and minerals. In page number 55, there are different types of rocks. Among them, the first one is igneous rock. In Bengali, it is called Agneo Shila. So, what is igneous rock? In ancient time, the earth was very hot, which was very slowly started to cool over the years. And by the time the upper crust of the earth was formed. But the pressure and temperature of the interior layers of earth are very high. That's why the rocks under earth remains in a molten state. It is known as magma. The magma comes out from the cracks of the crust or the crater of a volcano is known as lava. This lava then comes contact with air and becomes solidified to form a special type of rock. It is known as igneous rock. There are three main types of this igneous rock. Number 1, basalt. The stones that you can find in rail lines. The color of basalt is generally deep grey. Number 2, pumice. The porous stone which is formed by the bubbling foam at the top of hot magma that quickly cools and solidifies. And number 3 is granite. It is a light-colored igneous rock with grains large enough to be visible with naked eyes. It forms from slow crystallization of magma below Earth's surface. You can see the pictures of three types of igneous rocks at page number 55. Next, page number 56. Here the first topic is sedimentary rock. Sediments অর্থাৎ পলি are mainly found at the bottom of the rivers, lakes, etc. When these sediments are pushed deep into the earth and turned into rocks due to intense heat and pressure for long years, then this type of rock is called sedimentary rocks, অর্থাৎ পাললিক শিলা, such as sandstone, shale, limestone, etc. Their pictures are also present at page number 56 for your reference. Sometimes fossils, that is the impression of living organisms, it may be animals or plants, embedded in rock and preserved in petrified forms, are present in sedimentary rocks. I shall give you the picture of fossils. Next, metamorphic rocks. In Bengali it is called Rupantorito Shila. Metamorphic rocks are formed by the transformation of igneous and sedimentary rocks into some new forms due to heat and pressure under the earth. Say for example slate. Slate is an example of metamorphic rocks which is produced from shale. Shale is one type of sedimentary rock. Next, page number 57, the topic is minerals and ores. In our nature, some metals are likely to be found as compounds like iron, copper, etc. and some of them are present in their elemental state like gold. So, in nature, the metals which are found as compounds, that is, mixed with sand, soil and others are called minerals. And the process of separating metals from minerals is called metal extraction. On the other hand, there are some minerals also in which the metal extraction process is very easy and cheap. That's why they are known as ore. Now, there is a chart in page number 57 above. It's your homework. And in page number 57 below, there is a complete yellow chart also where some important metals and the name of their ores are present. You must read it carefully, okay? Next, page number 58. Here we can notice that the extracted metals and their ores look totally different from each other. So it proves that the metal extraction process is a chemical change, isn't it? Some related figures are present in here. Next topic is alloy, present in page number 58 below. The mixtures of more than one metals are called alloys, like bell, brass, etc. Not more than one metals. In fact, I clearly say that the mixture of more than one metals or one metal and one non-metal components like in a specific ratio, then it is called alloys. So I repeat once again, the mixture of more than one metals or one metal and one non-metal components in a specific ratio are called alloys. You can see the continuation of this topic at page number 59 above. Alloys are more popular than their mother metal because they are more useful for our daily uses. Say for example, iron is a metal which gets rusty often. But when we mix chromium with iron to form stainless steel, it never rusts. Next in page number 59. The topic is fossil, which I already said during the explanation of sedimentary rock. So, I repeat it in one sentence. That is, fossils are the rock-like remains on once living organisms. Some pictures of fossils are present at page number 59. And in the next page, that is in page number 60, there is a clear picture of formation of fossils in step by step. In page number 60 below, there is another important picture of fossil leaves present on the coal. So, from this picture, we can know that some fossils are found on the special structures like coal, as you see in picture. So, in the next page, that is page number 61, we can continue with this topic, the fossil fuel. At first, I must say that what is fuel? The material which can burn to produce heat are called fuels. And the fuels which are produced from the dead remains of once living organisms for millions of years are called fossil fuels. That is coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. You already read about these in class 5, right? Next, the use of fossil fuel. We use fossil fuels in every space in our daily life. In page number 61 below, the details of uses of coal as fuel and making of chemical compounds are present. And in the last page of this chapter, that is in page number 62, the uses of petroleum and natural gas are present. We get 4 types of fuels from petroleum through the refineries. These are kerosene, petrol, diesel and LPG. And they have a wide range of uses. Finally, the natural gas, which is generally present above the liquid petroleum. The main component of this natural gas is methane. Natural gas also needs rectification, and through refineries we get CNG, which is greatly used in transport in modern days. So students, that's all for today. I also give some figures for your help, of course related to this chapter. Next day I shall come with next chapter. Till then, take care. Bye.